sing, and when Cindy sings in a moment, that the ringing of it could interfere with her reception of the music, not her voice, but just the playing of it. So if you do that, that'd be very kind. I appreciate that. It has been a great honor to have been Ralph and Elva's pastor for a number of years. My wife and I were talking on the way up about how long it had been since we buried Ralph here at the cemetery, and time has a way of getting away. Honestly, I was guessing and thinking 4, maybe 5. It's been 6, almost to the day. 6 years since we lost Ralph, and we're back today to say goodbye to Elva and remember her life. And it's always a very great responsibility for me, at least I speak probably on behalf of all pastors, to spend a few minutes talking about a person's life, one that has spanned 87 years, and to do so in 15 or 20 minutes is quite a task. So we're going to have you help us in a bit, and maybe you have a special memory you'd like to share with Elva, Ralph, and Minnie's going to come a little bit later and read a tribute to Elva. And then I've got some remarks and things about being their pastor, and we got some music, so even though it's a graveside and we're going to do our best to social distance, we're still going to remember this life and ask God to bless and use us. And I think Elva will be the same. The main thing today is that we are pleased with all that we do and say here today. That's what we want to do. So let's pray, and then we'll have our first song by Hurley Williams. Is going to sing, and then we'll get back on the radio. Heavenly Father, what a joy it is to be together with friends and relatives, Elvis and church members. What an occasion it is that brings us together, this beautiful cemetery. Father, we thank you for her life and for her friendship. We are grateful to you for the privilege of knowing her, for me personally of being her pastor and friend, and that of Ralph's as well. Has been a great honor, and I thank you for that. So bless in this service today for your honor, and may you get glory in what we say and do. And we'll thank you for that. In Jesus' name, amen. Elva Tooter Ramey Pay. I said 87, 86, of North Little Rock, went to be with the Lord on Thursday, April 21st. She was born here in this community, I guess, of Atlanta, to Dad and Lila Ramey. She was a long-term member of North Hills Baptist Church, serving she and grandmother. Elva worked for Southern Farmers Association and retired after 42 years in their in-house as an in-house corporate. She was also a member of the Yale County Cattlemen's Association. She loved working on the red where she was born. There was a lifetime farm raising cattle. So Elva made the first bottoms in 1964. She would spend long hours on her tractor, love the smell of fresh tilled dirt. She often said that her farm was right next door to heaven. She was preceded in death by her husband of 51 years, Ralph. Her parents and a sister, Willie Patton, brothers Carl and Harold, Floyd, Raven. She's survived by her sister Anna, Mary, Joe, nieces and nephews, Turner, Carol, Florence Ramey, Francis Burroughs, Renee, Brian, Daniel Ramey, and Minnie and Tim Mills. Special friends, Sharon Cox and family, who had a loving friendship over 40 years, and Martha and Jeff Seabury, who treasured Tooter like a mother, and obviously other extended families, family and friends. Well, a blessing it is to have you here. There's really, I suppose, if we didn't have to worry about social distancing and numbers, and that we probably would have maybe had quite a few more people that would have been here today, and even from our church that would have driven up. But your presence here means a lot to our family and to me, and I'm glad that you felt comfortable enough to come today for this special time of service. I called you Connie a while ago. Is it Cindy? Connie, okay. Yeah. Got it right. That's it. I got you over there. I think that was right. Would you come and sing beautifully, please?
We'll let y'all know, any of y'all that know me very well know that this is going to be out of my comfort zone because I normally have my hands busy. I play the piano and sing at church, but I was asked to do this for Tooter, and I'm going to do this for Tooter. And someday
think about moments like these, we need to turn, I think, to the Word of God. I'm going to have some things to say personally, but God has some things to say about eternal life and how to get there and how to be with Him. That's the most important thing you're going to hear today. It wasn't by an accident that Elva Pay was here. I think, based on what God has to say, it was by the design and the plan, as well as the purpose of God, her Creator. For example, in Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 5, Scripture says, and Jeremiah is talking about himself, he says, God says about him, before I formed you in the belly, I knew you. Before you came out of the womb, I set you apart. God had a plan for him, and He's got a plan for you, and He's got a plan for me, and He had a plan for Elva as well. And so to her family and friends and loved ones today, this is not all there is of life. It's just one of those sad parts of it. God sent her here, I think is a fair way to say it. God sent her here to be a daughter and a sister and a wife and an aunt and a friend to me. I think her presence today speaks of the friendship that she had and enjoyed with you all the way. She's touched many lives and done so in a very positive way. In Ecclesiastes chapter 3, the first couple of verses of that chapter, it says that to everything there's a purpose, a season. There's a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. And God said to the writer Solomon, who was putting this down, he said, write this down and kind of make it plain. There's a time to be born. There's a time to die. God didn't say it like that, but that's the way it kind of pulls up off of the page, is it not? Time to die. There's a season, a time. Both of those two words indicate that there's a definite, fixed portion of time that we have to live. 86 plus years for her. You and I are in the process of living, but we're also marching that way to the same place that we come today to remember Elva. The time when they will read over us. Like we sang some beautiful songs, like a land that we're wanting to go to and will be in, and remember our lives. It makes the point time runs. I'd like to talk about her life a bit. It's very colorful, and she was quite a lady. I've talked to several this week that's come by the church, and they come by and they kind of wave in my office or coming by to drop a tithe all right now. We don't have many people visiting or calling or whatever. But I always say, how you doing, preacher? I said, I'm fine. What you doing? I'm working, preparing for Elva's service. And without exception to those that came by and to those that her name was brought up that I spoke to by phone, everyone said, gonna miss her hug. Center section of our church in the center aisle. She and I made our typical morning hello with an embrace, and we kissed, and sometimes it was on the lips or beside the lip. And I was telling Minnie that one day I looked up at one of our ladies, her name was June Sanders, she went, she really did. I just let it go. I wasn't there's no reason to try to explain anything. But that was just Elva. And we enjoyed our time together, and I thank the Lord. I truly mean that. With all this, I mean that I thank the Lord that God brought Elva and Ralph into my life. And it has been a blessing to know them a joy to be their pastor, and it's quite an honor as well. Minnie, would you like to come now? And she has a tribute she'd like to read and some things she's going to say. And you pray for her. It's going to be difficult. And we'll lift her up as we
I am going to do my best, so forgive me if I falter at times. And Elva, I know you're right there guiding me. You always believed in me. So thank you for allowing me to share all my precious memories about my Aunt Elva. Her life was truly a gift to all of us. She was really one of a kind. Sweet, kind, generous, funny, witty, tough, feisty, compassionate, demanding. All of you know this about her. Hardworking, honest, and most of all, without question, loving. Loving, loving. She was original, beautiful, inside and out. So when I think about her, I start with thinking about her and my Uncle Ralph. They were the witnesses at the preacher's office when my parents were married. When my mom and dad brought me home from the hospital, they were the first family members to welcome me. As children, my brother Glenn and I would practically tear down the screen door to run out and greet their car. And as we saw it pulling into the driveway. Aunt Elva had that spirit, that joyful energy. Uncle Ralph had the wit and the teasing mannerisms. And that made kids just absolutely gravitate to them. They were my brother and my favorite aunt and uncle. And I know others feel the same way. When my dad passed away when I was 14, my mother realized if something were to happen to her, she really needed to make arrangements for my brother and myself. Her wishes were that Aunt Elva and Uncle Ralph would care for us. To this day, I couldn't have thought of a better choice. And while they didn't have children, they influenced the life of so many who thought of them as their parents. Through their love, their encouragement, patience, work ethic, generosity, they helped so many young men and women to have goals and to achieve them. They were guiding, they were teaching. Aunt Elva often said, if you didn't make a mistake, you really weren't working hard enough. She experienced hard times and taught all of us that we could survive life's ups and downs. Really, perseverance through adversity was a powerful lesson that she taught all of us. And I really think it's a wonderful lesson. Keep your priorities straight. Keep what is important in focus. Love and care for all of those that you love. She showed all of us that she loved us. Really don't let any adversity, setbacks, or distractions of this world form that most important part of your life, which I say again is love. She loved my Uncle Ralph so much. They were really soulmates. He had to really win her over. They dated for over 5 years because she was too busy to get married. And she was too busy to get married, and they were busy together enjoying the farm in their life. They were the example of a strong, solid marriage. And when I came back to Arkansas over 14 years ago, I told them I had just gone on a blind date. And I met a guy named Tim Mills. And there he is. They immediately knew who Tim was, and I had no idea that they knew Tim. They had known him for over 25 years. They looked at me and said, he's honest, he's hardworking, a family man, a strong person. They said, they knew he was the one for me, the love of my life before I even knew it. For this, I will always be grateful. During the last days when we were there with Uncle Ralph, I was sitting at the bed rubbing his hand, and he looked at me. He said, Minnie, I need to talk to you, and it is important. He asked, would I care, love, and protect Aunt Elva? And of course I said I would. devotion to each other is the example of all marriages. Other than Uncle Ralph, one of the most important things in Elva's life was farming, and she took great pride in her family farm, raising cattle, growing crops such as soybeans, corn, hay, and milo. I think, and we all believe, farmers are very special people. It takes patience, hard work, dedication to get up before sunrise and end the day at sunset or later. And Elva knew what most farmers know. There's really great satisfaction in seeing the fruits of your labor. And while there's a lot of hard work, it's not the only thing. She knew and instilled in all of us the sense of peacefulness that comes from the farm. She got that peacefulness at the farm. She received that through the satisfaction of driving her tractor, tilling the earth, planting seeds, cutting and baling hay, harvesting a crop, working the cattle, seeing the cows and the young calves. By nurturing all these living things, Aunt Elva knew beauty and peace in the world and how our life was much richer and fuller. The other thing about Aunt Elva was she was a pistol. She was feisty. She had a quick wit. She could make an immediate connection with anyone. At the time, Sharon and I decided and had discussed with her that she must go to the hospital because she was having some labored breathing at home and some low oxygen levels. She reluctantly agreed. Those EMT came into the home, and they were in the full gear. And she looked at them, and they looked at her, and they said, "Miss Pay, we're here to take you to the hospital." And she said, "All right." And as she got up, she looked at one of them, and she said, "You mean I've got to ride that bucking horse one more time again?" They chuckled immediately, and they said, "We're going to get along just fine." So she looked at one of them again, and she looked at the other, and she made eye contact, and she said, "I guess you've washed these sheets in the last 3 days." We all laughed, and they looked at her, and then there was that immediate connection, and they promised us they would take good care of her. She had that way with people. She could light up a room. Her kind words, her smile would get a laugh from everyone. Just as Brother Jim said, she gave the best hugs, and her kisses were memorable. She was like a magnet. Everyone gravitated to her. At church, so many members would stop at the pew to greet her, give their hugs and kisses and words of encouragement. She loved her church family. She prayed for those who were going through difficult times. She lifted them up. She celebrated their joys. She wanted to see the pictures of the grandchildren. She would play the music, the choir, all of the solos. She loved the insurance. She loved it. She loved the choir. Tim and I would spend many meals after church. And she would sit there and just, again, revel in the beauty of the music, the praise band, the specials, and then Brother Jim's message. We would talk and spend hours discussing. She was a woman of faith. She loved her church family. And I don't really think there was anyone who had any more friends than Aunt Elva. Again, generous in love and her friendship. I promise I don't have too much longer. Her encouraging and nurturing was constant. Throughout her life, she encouraged everyone to be their best and do their best. I knew you could. So, you know, she would build everyone up. I am not the only one who felt her love, encouragement, confidence, and pride. To Elva, it really didn't matter where you came from, who you were. She was just there to lift you up and believe in you. She has left her mark on this world, and this world is obviously a much better place because of her. I strive to be more like her, to lift people up, to be kind, to be generous, to be fair, to truly care and encourage others. So I say, Elva is at peace. It's hard to say goodbye. I am heartbroken like many of you. I wish I had more time with her, and I know all of you wish you had more time. I wish these later years were not spent with illness and doctor's appointments, and believe you me, she hated going to the doctor. But she would make the best of it. She made friends with the nurses and the doctors. They'd bring her into the room, and she was constantly walking down the hallway, asking them about their family. She wanted to see pictures of their children. Even in her last days in the hospital and all the concerns of COVID, she was worried about the nurses and their long hours and extra gowns and caring for her. She wanted them to take care of themselves. So she was focusing on others instead of herself. She has left a legacy of love. The way she touched our lives will remain, and her memories will stay forever within our hearts and through us sharing with others. Her example was for one of all of us. I will miss our phone calls and visits. I will miss those kisses and hugs. I will miss her nurturing way, always caring for me, always asking how I'm doing, wanting to know what's going on in my life, not wanting to talk about herself, especially if she wasn't feeling that great. And she was always saying, I'm fine. So this is my final words, not unlike many of our conversations, and it goes like this. Elva would say, how are you? And I would reply, I am good. And I would say, how are you? And she'd say, I'm fine. And all I can say without a doubt is she is fine. Smiling down from heaven, comfort in Jesus' arms, and whispering to all of us her words of love and encouragement.
Well done, Manny. Way to go. Thank you. Is there anyone that would like to share a word, a brief testimony, something that
I'll stand up, Brother Jim.
Okay.
She became a dear friend to me. From the time I first went in the doors of North Hills Church. Her and Ralph, there are just certain people that you gravitate toward. And our friendship did nothing to grow, over the years, which was about 12 years that I knew her. And Ralph, when he came in church every Sunday morning, he never came without, when I got there, he'd say, Pearlie, I got you a Coke. And I'd say, he'd say, well, you'll have to wait till you get out of church to see. And so he brought me something just about every Sunday morning. And then after Ralph passed, then Elva and I became even closer. Never a week passed that she didn't call, and it was Pay's phone, Pay's farm, and I'd answer the phone. She'd say, Pearlie, are you and Jerry okay? I'd say, yes, Elva, we're okay. Are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. She said, when are you coming up this week? And I'd say, I don't know, honey, maybe Friday. I think we're coming on Friday. But I went every week. And I thought, when I walked in the door the first few times, I thought, well, I'll go do Elva's hair and it'll be, 30 minutes. It won't take long. No, this was 3-4 hour, hen pecking parties. Because then, Miss Martha got added into the bunch, and then poor Sharon had to feed us lunch, so we got to sit down to eat lunch, and so those parties became about 4 hours long, and Jerry got to the point where he said, "Look, I'm not going up there and stay for the day. Y'all go for time." But anyway, I can remember just as plain the week before she went to the hospital. She was needing perm, and she said, I did Miss Martha that week, and I said, "Elva, maybe we can do you Friday." And she said, "No, I got a doctor's appointment Friday." And I said, "Well, then we'll do it next week." And then she had to go to the hospital before she got her hair done, which was a horrible thing for her to have to go through. But anyway, I told Sharon, I said, it's going to be all right because God don't care about that hair anyhow. But she was a delight to be around, and I was blessed to have known her and Ralph for the time that I know.
That's right. If I remember correctly, her first trip to the hospital was November a year ago when she had knee surgery. Is that about right?
November 2018. Yeah, 2 years. 2 years.
Oh, it's been 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's saying quite a lot. Someone else with a tribute or word briefly?
I'll say something.
Okay.
My name is Philip Owens, and Tooter was the neighbor of my grandparents, and I spent a lot of time there. And a lot of times as a kid you feel invisible to adults, but Tooter, we were never invisible. She would stop and holler at us or get off her tractor and come give us a hug. And she was really good to our family. We're going to miss her.
That's right. Thank you for sharing that. Someone else? I sat down with Minnie and Martha, Sharon, Monday afternoon, and then we made a phone call, Minnie did, to Joe, her sister, and they were reminiscing. I was sitting kind of off to the side, just making some notes, and I've got some things I think you would want to know that was said about Elva. Now, you've already said most of yours, so I won't, but I will say this, that you said a moment ago, she made this world a better place, and she made me a better person, and all of us can say that, I think. Sharon said that she loved the smells of the country, especially the new disc ground. She didn't back away from anything, any job, anything. If it was broke, she'd fix it. If she couldn't fix it, she knew somebody that could, and she'd get it done. Ralph and Elva were people that were giving people, especially in the latter part of the growing season when the peaches were ripening. Ever got a package of peaches from Pay's? They had about a list with about 50 people on it that go to the orchard and pick peaches, and they would then distribute those. She and Sharon would come by the office, and my secretary let me. I'm trying to figure out how we can get rid of her next time. When they were picking the peaches, it says that Ralph would kind of be on the back watching and giving instructions, and he would say, "Pick the ones up high as you can. Don't pass them. Any on the ground. Any that has a cat face."
Some of those pictures for them, I know.
These, I guess, are ones that
Were hail damage.
Okay. Martha, I wrote down, said she loved their it. I didn't always like so much she did. These words kind of speak to us about life. In the midst of it, laughing and talking, we still comes to our hearts and minds. We realize it's kind of the end for right now. Peter writes in his book in 1 Peter chapter 5 to those of us today dealing with the missing part of our friend and loved one. Cast all of your cares upon Jesus because he cares for you. In Matthew chapter 11 verse 28, Jesus said, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, I'll give you rest." Isaiah the prophet writes concerning the Lord Jesus Christ, and he was a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. He knows then exactly how we feel, does he not? Those of us, we have grief in our hearts, a sorrow in our minds. He knows all that. He knows the saddening of our lives by the event that took place on Thursday evening. And he knows what it's like to hurt inside because he stood at a graveside with two sisters and was about to call their brother back from the grave. What did he do? He wept. He knows what it is to hurt with us, so I'm glad for that. A hurting heart today. In my distress, the psalmist says, I called upon the Lord. I cried to my God. He heard my voice and I was tempered. Today, you cry out to the Lord, he'll be there with you and for you all the way through. So there's a hope that comes. Hope that an anticipation of which that is good. I use this because it's true. We're going to drive back to Sherwood, or Cabot actually, and I can say, I hope we make it. You've got to know her, Lord. But more than just knowing her, Lord, it makes you ready to go and be with him more than with Elva. Truly, truly, I say unto you, the Lord said, he that heareth my word and believeth on him that sent me hath everlasting life, and shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death into life. And so we have this wonderful hope that we don't leave this place, this cemetery today, with a feeling that it's all over, never going to be again. It's going to be a better life and a better time, and a time when we'll never have to say goodbye, or have a sorrowful thought, or a tear in our eye again, and we'll be there in heaven with him. So we have one other final song. I'm going to come back with just a scripture and prayer. But thank you so much for coming today. And Pearlie is going to bring this final song with us.
Try and get it going.
Uh, Elva and I talked about this song. It was a new song that I had just gotten. And we talked about the words to it. And about how we love one another and special people come into our lives at times, and you know, we visit and talk, and somehow we never seem to tell them how much we love them, how much we care about them. You know, we never know when that last time is going to be. You know, and it can be at any time. And this song speaks about that. And I came in, you know, as always, she wanted me to sing if I came up, or I brought the squeeze box. The squeeze box that I've got is 66 years old. My mother passed away before I became 10 years old. And she had went and put this, we were porch dogs, turkey. And so she had went and put this accordion on the layaway for me and a rocking chair for herself before she went into the hospital the last time. And so after Mother's funeral, there was a man that came knocking on the door, and he brought that accordion and he brought that rocking chair, and somebody had came in and paid for it. And Elva loved that story. And I said, from that point to now, I played that squeeze box a lot. When my dad was living, we traveled. I had two sisters, and we traveled the country, and we sang and played everywhere. So that squeeze box got played a lot, and got ran over by the vehicle one afternoon when we were backing out of the driveway, because it did have a case, but that destroyed the case. And Dad always said, you know, God, I don't know how it didn't crush the accordion. God had a plan, you know, for that accordion. But anyway, Elva loved that story, and this is the last song that her and I talked about. And it's the people that God gives you. I got the call this morning. I can't believe she's gone. Thought she'd be here forever. But one more time, time's proved me wrong. It was just a week ago. Thought I would call and say hello. Now I'm reminded once again, life's a vapor in the wind. Love the people that God gives you. They're a gift that heaven sends. Live and laugh and make some memories. Treasure every moment spent. 'Cause none of us are here forever. That's a proven fact. Love the people that God gives you. 'Cause one day you'll want them back. Each day the mirror tells the story. I wonder where the time has gone. Children laughing round the table. They now have children of their own. There may be things you need to say,
while today is still today. You have the chance to hold them close. One more chance to let them know. Love the people that God gives you. They're a gift that heaven sent. Live and laugh and make some memories. Treasure every moment spent. Most none of us are here forever. That's a proven fact. Love the people that God gives you. 'Cause one day you'll want them back. Oh, and the list keeps getting longer. Friends and family that I miss. But when it comes to what matters most, it all comes down to this. None of us are here forever. That's a proven fact. So love the people that God gives you. 'Cause one day He'll want them back. Just love the people that God gives you. 'Cause one day He'll want them back.
I thought in this beautiful setting, this particular place, most familiar to all of us, that I thought would be good to conclude this service with. And I'd like you to recite it with me if you're comfortable enough to do that. It's the 23rd Psalm. The psalmist used the imagery of still water, valleys, mountains, meeting points. So, reciting with me this 23rd Psalm. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leadeth me